This is me, Shala, and so today I'll be ranking Bed Wars kits from all the way up to Season 5. So without further ado, let's go to it. Let's go start this. So Airy. This kit is interesting. It's a fighting type kit where you have to basically fight, and every time you kill someone, you gotta do extra damage, which is really good. So by that meaning, it gets an S tier. Now Alchemist. Alchemist is an interesting kit because you have to go out and make potions. And the potions are not that good besides one potion, the poison potion. It's where, and if you combine that with static, you can basically one-shot emerald armor. So by that, this gets a solid B tier. Now Archer. Archer's main priorities is to basically just shoot people. And the crossbow, you have to get a certain, like 6 or 7 emeralds just to do extra damage. And you can do extra damage with bows. Oh, that's good. But it does require aim, and if you don't have aim, then it's not really a kit for you. So, and I don't really have the best aim, so by that it does get a B. No Aries. So I do not have this kit, but I know how to. You could get the Aries spears from Lucky Blocks, and it's all right. You don't get a lot to hold a lot of spears, but it does 65 damage, so it kind of balances out. But it does get a C for me. Now Axel Amy. So Axel Amy, 4 axolotls. Some of which are not that good. Well, one of them. The rest are good. So in my opinion, if you know how to use this kit, it does get an A tier. Now we got Baker. It got nerfed pretty badly, where you can only hold 4 apples at a time. So it's not even that good anymore, in my opinion. The only real good thing is a speed pie, so it does get the C. Barbarian, S tier. Once you got the Rage Blade in regular mode, you're unstoppable. You're basically unstoppable in that point, and it's really hard to kill someone with the Rage Blade. Yeah. And now, Beekeeper Beatrix. It's basically like Farmer but better, because you can just get a bunch of bees and then get a bunch of resources from that. And you can just have multiple beehives, which can produce a bunch of stuff. So you can basically get emerald armor in a few minutes. So just like that, it does get an A tier because people can just destroy your beehives. Bounty Hunter. It's good in certain situations, like if you're doing 2 duels. But if you're doing like 30v30s, you can rarely get your things. So it does get a D tier. Builder. Even with the slight buff of if all blocks got resistance, but it's not that good. Builder, no, it gets that. Colbat. I actually played with this recently. If you could get, like, you could just have someone damage you, and then you could get a bunch of shield, which will make you basically win any fight if you're good. Such as if you and your opponent has the same sword and armor, you can basically outlast the opponent because you have the shield things. But there's a reminder, like once you get three of the things, you cannot get any more shield until the boost runs out, the speed boost. So yeah, that's the downside. But yeah, anyways, it does get an A. And by the way, make sure not to get comboed while using this kit, because that means the buffs are basically useless. Crockerwolf. This guy, he's only good if the bed gets broken. And plus there's a way to stop the Conqueror Wolf's ability by killing them and then breaking their bed instantly. Which means that the Conqueror Wolf will never get their ability. So yeah, but by that downfall, it gets a D tier. Now Cyber, the annoying lazy kid. Because all you have to do is just you can just stay in your base the whole time. But yeah, due to a nerf, it's easier to take out the drones. So yeah, it does, for me, Cyber gets a D. Because it's not really, actually no, I'm just going to move it up to a C because you can still get a lot of resources. I've seen people legit. Now E tier. This is good, no, Dino Tamer Dom. This kid is good because you can just basically rush beds in the instant. Like, especially if they don't have a big bed defense, you can just Dino rush in and then break their bed. So by that you get a B because that's the only real good thing it's good for. Now Ember. This kit, it is annoying at 30v30s because they could just spawn kill you. So yeah, S tier. Now the new kit. I hate this kit so much. And by that, actually no. And plus, it's not really that good. I'm gonna say that because if you're really good at PvPing, you could just kill the person using this kit. And what do I mean by that? Is you can just combo them to oblivion and they cannot do anything about it. So yeah, it does get a B. And I did kill someone with this kit before. I actually won against this kit. So yeah, now we got Farmer Cleetus. It's basically useless at this point. Reason? Because there's tier 3 you could get diamond gen. So yeah, it's not that good anymore. Okay, so now we got Fisherman. If you get the golden goldfish, you basically get a lot of resources and you could possibly win in an instant. So right, and plus, I had experience with this kit, especially in Lucky Block because you can get it from Lucky Block, the Fisherman pole from Lucky Block. You basically just have to get the fishing rod and then fish, and then you can just stay like the cyber kid. You can stay in your base, but you can unlike Fisherman. I mean, unlike Cyber, you do not get one shot if you use the fishing rod. Like Cyber's thing gets one shot in an instant. So yeah, that's why Fisherman is an A tier. Now Freya, the Ice Sword. It used to be OP, but then it got nerfed. But it does have the frost ability, so it does get a C tier. Gingerbread. This kid is annoying to fight against because they could just hide their gingerbread thing somewhere, and then they could just bounce on it while trying to fight you, and they cannot get a limited shield, which is annoying. So it gets an A tier, not S tier because you could break their thing, but yeah, it's very annoying. Gompy. People thought it was a bad kit until Tanker made a video with this kit, and then everyone's like, "Oh, very good kit. I'm gonna use it." I don't know. But yeah, but it has one shot, so if you miss, you're basically toast. So it's a C. Conqueror kit. This kit, you can just have fire and then the heal banner at the same time, and then you can just basically win any fight. So, but they could either break it, and since there's tennis balls in the game right now, they can be broken and you can easily break them. So it's right now it's a B. Infernal Shielder. D is still not that good, but at least you can block all projectiles. Well, most projectiles. Goppy. E. It gets an E. Reason? The oils do nothing. Besides, if you're on 30v30s and you want to be annoying to your teammates, you can have plunder and then steal all their loot. Yeah, and now we got Jade. It's A tier, even though it got nerfed. It is still good because you could just, because if you hit people up to the sky, they can at least take 25 fall damage, and then you can just kill them. You significantly lower the HP. Now, lastly, it gets a C. You can stun the opponents, like if there's a UZ Jade or Void Regent. You could stop them from using their abilities, which will hinder their performance, so they cannot run. So yeah, it gets a C. Lucia, A, because if you damage a lot of people, then break your piranha, you can basically get Emerald Armor in like 4 minutes, and Emerald Sword. Now this kit, I see no one using this kit. Like, no one ever, because all it does is have a long range. That's all it does. While this guy, on the other hand, he has a spinning attack, which can wipe out a whole team in an instant. So yeah, that's why it's a B. Melody, D. It's only really good for healing opponents. Nothing else to say. Merchant Marco, E. Because it gets to go ahead against this, but E, because its ability can break, and you won't be able to use the kit at all because the kit will be broken. Like, I'll be in a match, and I will not be getting any, like, discounts because of that. Or, like, refunds. And now, Metal Detector. D. S, because it got nerfed twice, but it's still doing well. It's still doing great. You could still get a bunch of loot. It still carries. Like Bed Wars. At this point, if you want to keep on nerfing this, just might as well remove this kit and then give us a bit of a refund since you want to keep on nerfing it. Minder, a discount, basically other version of a bounty hunter, but you could kill anyone and get their loot, so it gets a C. Nyx, A, because you could just there's a cap on how much extra damage you can do. Unlike Aerie, you can just do like thousands of damage. Now, Pyro Davy. F, because its cannon can glitch. And it's annoying. Pyro. S. No, JK, A. Pyro gets an A. Because it's not that good for far range. But if there's a group of people really close to you, you can just fling them off with any upgrade, a certain upgrade, like a pushback ability. Ravens, B, only because you could basically kill someone who's in the sky with balloons, or in the void with balloons. Grim Reaper, B, because the only real ability you can get is by killing people and consuming their souls. You do not get any buffs by fighting them, but it's a good way to run away in case someone's trying to third party you. Now Santa, F. It's only really good for rushing beds, and even though it only spawns 3 TNT, like, it's not that good. And now, Sheep Herder. The reason why I'm putting it in S because you can have Emerald Armor, you can have Emerald Sword, you can one shot if you have 5 sheeps. You can actually do 100 damage if you have 5 sheeps and tier 3 damage. Trapper. E. It's not the worst thing because if someone gets caught in the traps, it does do damage. And now, Frosty. I was thinking about putting it in an S, but they removed the snowballs being able to slow people down, so it does get an A. But at least unlimited snowballs. Now Spirit Catcher. D. I should check. No, C. Because it's able to damage people, but you can only have 5. So yeah. Now we got Star Catcher Stella. I just got this kit, and yeah, you can have a lot of HP and extra damage. So B. Oh no, Smoke. This is Smoke Kit. This is Trapper. Oh, sorry, Smoke Kit. I did not see Smoke Kit. F. No one falls for its smoke blocks. Elder Tree. You could get 1,000 HP and be unstoppable unless someone shoots you. Trinity, 2 sides. If you want to be a team player, like if you're doing squads or duos, then you should do the light side. But if you're solo, then dark side. So yeah, it does get it's an S because you can choose which side you want. And now Vanessa gets an S because it's too funny to just fling someone off the map. Now Void Regent, D. It doesn't do the same thing. It only heals you. It doesn't fling others up in the air like Jade. Now Vulcan gets a C. Because the turrets, you can basically just spam someone to death. Now Warrior. It gets an E. Sure, this counts, but it's not it does glitch people, so yeah, I find a D. But yeah, it's not that good. Wizard. D. Only because you can slow people down. Yeti, good for rushing beds, and you can break. Actually, no. It's a D. You have to wait for the ability to charge up, and plus it doesn't destroy blocks in an instant, so no. Now Yuzi, S. Because you could just be annoying, and it's fast to charge. And this kit, Zephyr, S, because you can go fast and you can double jump. It's actually really good. So yeah, anyways, that's basically all the kits in Bed Wars so far. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!